do use the shorter ones, because if you've watched a past video, you would have seen I use the longer ones, and they're marked one of the flooring. You want the long straight edge like so, and that'll fit just there. So as you can see here guys, I've laid the framework out. So guys, what we're about to do is get the little black screws and apply one there, two there. I've taken the camera off the pod and just showing you how difficult this was to do, guys. Instruction 1. Now for instruction 2, frame BF30 fits against assembly as shown. Now guys, this is getting huge. I'll slowly, as you can see, it's massive. I'm just showing you just half of the framework we've got here of this magnificent build. Bear with me, the camera's knocking there guys. I'm just twisting it around so I can get in a position where we can work on it. But basically what we're doing, these hull frames here guys are going to basically be attaching to these already assembled. So you've got BF30, that's going to go on the bottom like so, and then you've got BF31, that's going to go in the middle there like so, and last of all you've got B32, BF32, that's going to be applied to the rest of the framework there, and that is going to take us all the way from instruction 1 all the way up to instruction 5, 7, yeah, instruction 7 basically, which I'll show you those diagrams in a minute guys. It's a bit hard to do at the minute, as you can see, because it's everywhere on this desk, which guys I am trying to get my makeshift YouTube studio up and running with a new desk, etc., new shelving, because these builds are getting just really big now, and it's a bit difficult to get everything in shot and provide good videos for you guys. I do have the good videos. If you do think so, guys, comment down below. I'd really love to hear from you. So yeah, make sure the framework goes underneath these connectors, and then you connect from underneath like so. Thought that was going to be a bit tough to get in there, but it's going in there. There you go. So that's the first of the 3 frames fitted. Put a slight turn on the camera guys if you're wondering what's going on, just see if I can get a better view for you to see whilst connecting these frames. That's a bit in there. Yeah, we're using these little black screws for this guys to connect the frames. But yeah, this is going to be massive. But should I say, not this one, the old Millennium from Deagnostini, but the new one from Phanom. I can't see it being any different size, but keep an eye out for the video in a few weeks guys up on the channel, where I'm going to be doing an introduction to the new build of the Millennium Falcon with Phanom, and show you what gifts you get, free gifts. Well, they are free really, but you get them if you subscribe basically, and if you're premium you'll get better gifts than if you're not, but we'll go through that in that video coming up soon. And if if you want to see that, guys, don't forget to press that subscribe button. Also press the bell notification, and then you will get alerted whenever that is posted up for you guys. Also with all of the videos as well, including the DB5 what's coming soon. But those are those 3 frames in, and now what we're going to do is get this radial strip, and that is going to be connected to that side of the frame, ready for future issues where we would have been putting the rest of the hull plating on. So guys, I've moved the framework, the hull frame out the way for a second, and this is what we're connecting next, the radial rib. But basically what you've just seen is from instruction 1 all the way up to instruction 7, applying these 3 pieces of the framework to the rest, and that is what we're looking at the minute, guys. But we've just got to do one more thing, which is instruction 8 and 9. This is putting the radial outer edge framework connected to the rest of the assembly as shown. So here we go again, to bring this beast in. I'm just trying to think the best way to do this for you guys to see. I'm going to turn it upside down like so, and as you can see, guys, it's just basically doing that again, the way that looks. So what you want is the 2 holes there at the bottom, and then that's going to connect to the rest of the assembly like so. What we're about to do is get the little black screws and apply 1 there, 2 there, and 2 there, and then that is the radial rib connected to the assembly. So let's crack on and get this done. Push that in there like that. What I tend to do, guys, I think I've said this in past issues, is just put them in loose, and then when you've got them all lined up, tighten them up then. Because you've got that little bit of leeway then to move the framework and the radial rib if need be. There you go, so let's just pull that over there like that. Make sure that's in shot for you. Yeah, and then all these screws are near enough in there, just one more. Then we'll tighten those up, and that is it for this part of this week's issue of building and assembling the framework for the Millennium Falcon. And then we're going to finish off shortly, guys, so stick to the end of the video. We're going to be filming and showing you how the jig's going to look, which this beast would be going in. But as you know now, I've mentioned it enough times, this is not going to ever see that sort of build now, guys. It's going to be ended at issue 29, if I remember right yet. But I would have thought it's going to be very similar when we do the fan arm build. So yeah, that was nice and tight. Just double check. And guys, that is it for this part of this build. Now what I'm going to do is move this out of the way, get the jigs and assemble these jigs up. But look at that, guys, look at that. Look how big that is. It's absolutely ginormous. That is unbelievable. And when this is built, guys, with fan arm, the new Millennium, what I'm doing, it's going to be amazing. So I'm going to move this out of the way, and that's what we're doing next, making the assembly jig. But what I'm doing now, guys, over the past few issues, we've been getting these cushion pads. So now I'm just cutting the bags these cushion pads are in, and then let's get rid of this rubbish on the floor. Yeah, I'm going to cut these out. Well, should I say, cut the bags put all these into these little pill box so they're all ready to use. And then what we've got to do, just 2 seconds to get this cut. Right, so what we're going to do now is here you can see little indents, guys. We've got to put 1, 2 on each of the jigs, and we have got 6 jigs. So here we have 2 of the jigs. If I just get one of these self-adhesive cushion pads, you peel off the white backing, guys, like so, and it's as simple as putting the recess on the jig, and we've got to do that 2 times on every jig. Now I think how it's explaining it, the Millennium Falcon over time is going to be resting on this jig just so it doesn't warp it while it's being stored weekly, waiting for the issues to come and further issues to be built, guys. It just saves your model warping. So yeah, we've done 2 jigs so far after this one. So we'll place these over here to one side. And here we have another one. And another one. I'm a bit worried, to be fair, guys. I ain't got a clue where I'm going to store this. I mean, when it's built, that's not a problem. You either get a bracket, put it on the wall, hang from the ceiling. But at the minute, storing it and not damaging it is a bit of a problem. And also in these instructions, guys, it's telling us to get some sort of plywood to attach this to it, stick it to it, and then basically that's where the Millennium Falcon is going to be sitting for foreseeable future. But what I'm going to do first is put these to one side. There's 4 jigs done. Just get hold of these last 2 jigs, apply the cushions to these 2, and then we'll see where we're going to go from here, guys, because I might have to go to the hardware store to get some wood, a board, if that makes sense. See, it's that big, this thing is, guys. It wouldn't even fit on this desk I'm using. It is absolutely huge, massive. And to be fair, these jigs I've got, it's not all of them. There's still going to be more to come. I know some of you guys might be saying, why are you talking as if you're going to finish this build? I'm not with deagnostini, but I would have thought it'll be very, very similar, if the same, with Fano. So we'll be doing all this again, guys, and we will get there. But 23 weeks time, roughly, we'll be doing this all again. And you know, that scare will be into 2024 by then. That is worrying, very worrying. Anyway, there we have. Let me just move this pill box out of the way. 2, 4, 6. As you can see, jigs all done with the pads on. And now I'll show you what I mean by what it's saying put on a board. And as you can see here, guys, that's how that looks, that part of the jig, when you've connected the 2 plastic like sort of jigsaw slots into each other. It's a bit of a guessing game, to be fair, because there's no numbers on these jigs, so you're just presuming you're putting them in the right place, I think, and making the semicircle. I don't think that's the right one. You'll know because it's got to be an actual semicircle. And I think you'll just know if you're not going in that semicircle shape, if that makes sense. I don't think that's that one. This is great fun, this is, guys. You'd think there'd be numbers on it though. who really would. And you can't make tail on the diagram which one goes where, to be fair. Confusing this is, guys, to be fair, very confusing. Now we have the third one in. Guys, sorry I'm cutting to these, but it's a bit complicated how to do this, but I think that's 3 of the jigs done so far. I'll try and leave camera rolling so you can see what I'm going through here. So I don't think that's going to fit in there. I think this might be the right one. Let's see. Yeah, I think that looks good. So let's see how that looks. Let's try this one here. No, I don't seem to want to go in there. Let's try this one. Could be right. Yeah, I hope this is coming off on camera pretty good, guys, but it is very confusing, this part. Let's hope when Fanarm do this, it's a bit more helpful with the numbers on the jigs or something, so you know where you're putting them exactly. See, I'm not sure if this is right at all. I really am not sure. But I'm just winging it. They're going in. And it does look like some sort of semicircle now. I think that could be right, you know. I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's got to be right. Well, that's what you've got, guys. Trying to twist that round for you. I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll get the framework and see how that fits on. See if it works. There we go. So that'll be on there like that. I think that could be all right, you know. I think, because all it's doing is keeping it from warping when you're not working on it. I think, dare I say, that might be okay. There you go, guys. I've taken the camera off the pod and just showing you how difficult this was to do, guys. It was horrendous. But I think these jigs, all it's going to be doing is obviously holding the framework like that so it don't warp and it can keep in that position. And then we've got these. I'm sure I've done that wrong, you know. I'm wondering if this is going to be upside down. And then the framework goes in the jig. Let's have a look. Guys, this is what I'm working with here. It's got making the assembly jig. Now what I should have done over the issues, I should have made a note of what jig was with what issue, because now I'm stuck. These are the diagrams how it should be, and this is what I've got, as you can see. Now I think that's right because that's fitting in that gap, but there shouldn't be this much excess here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a little play with it off camera, and then hopefully let you know next week if I've sorted it out and sorted this jig out so far. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here, guys. Please subscribe for more. Press that bell notification not to miss out on any future content of this build or any other build on the channel. Give us a big thumbs up. And I'm going to leave it here, guys. Have a little play with this jig over the next week. See if we can sort it out. Fingers crossed. But yeah, give us a big G if you like, guys. Subscribe for more. Comment and share. See you in the next one. Peace. That's it for this week's issue, guys, of the Millennium Falcon build, the old Millennium Falcon build I'm calling it on the channel, from Deagnostini. Subscribe for more, guys. Bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of the future videos I put up, including the new Millennium Falcon build from Fanarm, which is coming up in a matter of weeks. Also, we've got the DB5 coming soon. You've got the usual stuff, the Titanic from Ashford Parkworks. We've got a little gimmick thing, my bloopers, where I show you the mistakes I make because I'm only human. You've got Elvis shorts. We also have Amelia Rose and her ponies, Storm and Ennis. There's loads on the channel, guys. Take a look through it, and if it's anything you fancy, remember to subscribe, like and comment. Would really love to hear from you guys. But this week, that is it for Millennium Falcon build from deagnostini. Basically what we've done this week is done more framework, assembled the jig, which would have been for future issues, which we're not going to get to see unfortunately with this Millennium Falcon build, but I'm sure we'll see it again with Fanon in a few weeks, a few months time. But for now guys, thanks for watching. Come back next time. That is it for the Millennium Falcon build from deagnostini. 2 more to go guys. See you in the next one. Peace.